Firstly, I'd like to thank all of you who have joined our membership program, and I'm glad to see so many of you actually, joined in to be part of this journey of learning aquascaping. Couple of small things before I start. Again, welcome to the first class of aquascaping. Welcome to the world of aquascaping. It's an amazing hobby, and I'm sure we're going to have a lot of fun. Important points. This video is being posted today. Of course, you're watching it. We will subsequently have a Zoom class based on the topic of this video and understanding of this video, and we will go through a face-to-face session, okay, based on all the points of this video. So I'd like you to take notes, get your points in place, so that when we have this Zoom session, you can actually ask these questions and we can understand in depth. Now, the details of this Zoom session will be sent to you by WhatsApp so that you can connect, okay. This said, we want to understand anything and everything about aquascaping. That's our whole intention. Why do we need to aquascape? What goes into aquascaping? Which are the equipment? Which are the things that we use? Where should we do it, or where should we get this stuff? When, and of course, how we go about this whole thing. To start, let's try and understand what aquascaping is all about. Now, most of you have probably been aquascaping, but we're starting with the basics, but that's what I believe is the best way to learn. Start from the basics. If you understand the basic properly, then whatever you do next can be very interesting or more thought out, or with a proper process, an educated, understood effort. So, what is aquascaping? Aquascaping, the way I would term it, is an art form where, unlike an artist who paints something imaginary or what is their actual, what we do is we create art in which live animals, live plants survive. Okay, we create art from everything that is alive. We create art for things that will use your art, like fish, plants. They will be part of your art and they will get benefit from it. That's what I meant by saying use. So it's actually a very, very unique art form, because you are not just working with your imagination here. Your imagination of what an aquascape should be should also be correct for the flora and fauna that you're going to have in that aquascape. Example here is, if you want to have a Monte Carlo carpet and you want to create an aquascape, a lawn kind of a aquascape or a meadow kind of an aquascape, then you want soft water where the pH is low. Otherwise, the plant will not grow. So your art is not complete. So this is what I mean by the art being actually part of the whole aquascape, and the whole components being part of your aquascape, and everything should match. So your art form should also be or encompass a lot of other things. The type of fish you want to use, the type of plants you want to grow, the color of plants you want to grow, so on and so forth. This actually changes everything around that aquascape, right? So the other thing is, this is the only art where you need to learn botany, chemistry, zoology, gardening, botany again, no? Gardening. But you need to have an understanding of all these things. Plus, you need to have an understanding of electrical, electronics, plumbing, carpentry, what else? Soil, sand, earth, water parameters. You can't create this art without knowing all of these things, or without understanding all of these things. Of course, there's more. Okay, there's a lot more. There is a lot of physics involved, and of course, there is your creativity, there is your talent, there is your imagination, all of this. So that's what makes this art form so unique, because it kind of encompasses life. Was that a quote of some kind? Yeah, it was. Aquascaping is that art form that actually engulfs life, encompasses life. So if you have aquascaping in your life, then your life becomes better. You learn more. You are actually forced to learn more because you want to achieve something beautiful, magnificent. So again, what is aquascaping? Okay, this is a question that I want you to answer in your own terms. I've said what I wanted to say, but I'm sure you have something to add. So let's understand what aquascaping is and what is it that makes us want to make an aquascape. Why do we want to make it? And when we make what we make, what it gives us, what happens to us when we make an aquascape. Now, aquascaping also involves us using a lot of sand, soil, wood, stone, different material, natural material. Now, what kind of these natural material can we use and what we cannot use? Why do we need to use it and why not? All of these falls under what we would call a concept or a vision. To start an aquascape, in my belief, is first to learn the aspects that involve an aquascaping or the aspects that are involved in making a proper aquascape. Can we just use sand and make an aquascape? Do we need to grow plants in an aquascape? Can it just be wood and stone like a hardscape with fish? What can we do? What can we not do? These are things that you need to evaluate. There is always going to be this conundrum of budget. If you look at it from a perspective of an art, then I won't say budget takes a back seat, but it can be done within a stipulated budget. So here you have a budget, you want to achieve your vision or your dream or your concept. You need to see how to amalgamate or blend the two. You need to see what you can use so that you still achieve your vision. So just starting an aquascape doesn't make sense unless you know what plants you want to use and how they will grow. What will your aquascape look like in 3 months, 6 months, 1 year? So aquascaping is that art form where we are actually looking into the future. Today we have just few pieces of wood and stone. 6 months down the line, you'll have an ecosystem. Do you know today how that ecosystem is going to look? What colors will they have? What will be there for you to view and enjoy? So unless you understand the process beforehand, creating that aquascape does not make sense. I know a few people who only make hardscapes. They never go to the next step because they are fine with that. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. But if you want to take it through the whole process or the whole journey, then you need to know every step of it. You need to understand practically, and technically as to how things are going to work for you. I've mentioned this in many of my videos. Certain plants that work for me may not work for you, or certain plants that work for you may not work for me. Because I have a different kind of water, you have a different kind of water. See, most of these aquascapers that we see abroad, foreign countries, they have certain methods, but when we try that in India, it doesn't work. Because the first understanding is that their water parameters, their conditions, their ambient temperature, their pollution, everything affects it. Their situation is different, our situation is different. So, what should we follow and what should we understand to start an aquascape? First, understand how every individual part works. How is the sand going to work? How is the soil going to work? How are the plants going to grow? How is this wood going to react in the water? Will it leave out tannin? Will it not leave out tannin? Is the stone correct for your tank? Is it going to leach some kind of a mineral or salt? Again, causing imbalance. Is one plant going to grow faster than the other plant? Is one plant going to make the other plant not grow? Yeah, there are plants like that. Finally, will I get the color I need? Is there an optimum level of what my CO2, fertilizer, light, what soil to use and why to use it? Will this fertilizer work with that soil? So you have a lot of things that need to be sorted out before you actually get into aquascaping. So the journey of aquascaping does not start with that piece of wood and stone that you place inside a tank to look aesthetically or with golden ratio. It starts much before that. Before, as in learning how to grow the plant. Learning, will my water parameters be able to grow certain kinds of plants that I want for an aquascape? Do I have the right concept or vision? Do I have everything, the knowledge and all the equipment to actually make this vision come true? This may sound a little confusing, but it's actually not. It's fairly simple. You need to know where you have to start. I can tell you that this is a great place, this is what you should do, this is what you should do. But then what's the fun of it? Understand this, I am but a guide. Okay. Here, like I said earlier, this is a journey where all of us are going to learn. I am also going to learn something. You are also going to learn something, right? Together we are going to learn something and probably achieve something awesome. We need to figure out where we stand in the sense, how much do we understand about everything in an aquascape for us to achieve it properly. I have a simple formula. Okay, use the best quality product, focus on the art. You may have a different formula. You may want to do a little more research on the equipment and everything and then come to the art form of it. Both of us are right. We need to figure out where we stand. So in an aquascape, what do we want to achieve? This is what we are going to discuss on Saturday. Saturday, the program will be at about 7 o'clock in the evening. We will send you the Zoom link and you can actually join in. And the points that we will discuss is aquascaping, what is aquascaping, and where do we start our journey. Okay, where do we start our journey? Remember, this is an aquascaping course, but not one that will tell you points, do this, do this, do this, do this, but one that will make you think of what is right for you, because that aquascape is going to become amazing. Because remember, your aquascape is yours, my aquascape is mine. End of the day, you have to be happy looking at it. The world can go to hell. If you are not happy looking at your aquascape, then there's no fun of it. You're an artist. If you don't like what you have done, why will the world like it? So the starting point is what we will discuss on Saturday. So stay tuned. We'll catch up on Saturday. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll send you the Zoom links on WhatsApp. So stay connected with us. We have your numbers. And members who have not shared their details, like in the earlier video, please watch the earlier videos. And if you have not shared the details in the number we have given you, please do it quickly. Otherwise, we cannot send you the Zoom link. Again, I hope you have enjoyed the making of this. That whole Sunday was a fun journey. If you have not, you can watch the video. It's all there. It's all in the live section and members can watch it anytime you want. Yeah, initially we did have some video issues, sound issues and all of that, but we're still trying to figure things out. We have one of our members who I'm going to get in touch with and try and figure out a better way of streaming. Yeah, that's something I'm going to do. And yes, see you all on Saturday. Okay. What is aquascaping? Where should we start? And we can also discuss a concept if you require, but these are the main two things that we will discuss on Saturday. Okay, chalo, see you soon.